Hola, mi gente. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to join us. You're here listening to Chisme y Chords, where faith, music, and real conversations connect. I am your host, Mercedes Renee.
And I'm your other host, Almisa Valdez. And listeners and followers, thank you for joining us this evening as we have a professional flutist and multi talented vocalist with us tonight, Mr. Otto Lara. So thank you,
Hello,
Mr. Lara, for joining us today on Chisme y Chords. How are you?
I'm pretty blessed and fine. Thank you for asking. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for the
Nice.
invite.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. We are so elated to have you. So, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us. So, tell us what is going on in the life of Atolara at the moment. Tell us everything.
What's going on in my life? Well, right now I have too many different projects going on. I have my music, of course, but I have a friend of mine, my friend Gerardo Arguelles. We're planning on starting a little podcast, actually, but
Nice.
a little podcast about myself, about my, interviews, about my life, about talking about my story, about my music, and getting some places to talk with people. And then I have another project with another friend, planning some private events in his place. She has a salon de fiestas, a hall to private events, and I have too many projects on mine, but mostly my music. I've been planning on start doing some original music since I don't have any original music at the moment. I'm always performing, like covers, salsa covers, bachata covers, cumbia, and my flute, of course, performing some solos and here and there. That's mostly my full time job.
I love that. I love that so much. So tell me how your music career started. When did your journey start in the music career? Tell us how that started.
Yeah, my music career started when I was very like little, when I was 6 years old.
Hmm.
I always loved music. My dad used to take me to with my sister. My sister used to play the flute too for 8 years.
Wow.
She's 1 year older. I'm 44. She's 46 now. I'm turning 45 next month. But yeah, my dad used to take me to the every Friday night, like a jazz concert, because he's a music lover. He always wanted to perform, and he always wanted to learn some music, but he didn't make it because his family didn't do it. It was all, otros tiempos, other, older people. And but he used to take me over there to listening for jazz and the symphony concerts. In the
Hmm.
city when I was born is Jalapa, Veracruz. Is one
Hmm.
of the biggest orchestras in the whole Latin America. I
Wow.
I think right now is the number third in the list of the best Latino American symphonies. Like it's a big city, cultural, talking about, and it's the university when I went, it's one of the best in the country. So when I was 6 years old, my dad used to take me there to see the concerts and the performance, and I remember the day when I was with my dad sitting in el Teatro del Estado, in the concert, symphony concert. And I asked, hey dad, so is that a job? And he said, what do you mean? And I said, yeah, are they getting paid for doing that? So that means you play and you getting paid like a regular job. Is that a professional career? And he said, yes. And I said, okay, that's what I want to do in my life. Like, I want to become a professional wherever. I didn't pick any instrument yet in that years back. I was 6. And then he took me to some, it was a private school for 1 year because I was too little to start my professional career. And then when I turned 7.5, he took me to, like, it was for children's. It's called El CIMI, El Centro
Hmm.
de Iniciación Musical Infantil. In El CIMI, you start when you start learning how to read. You can start like, but there's a, ¿cómo se dice? Un examen de admisión. It's an admission test. You
Yeah.
have to pass. If you don't have the talent, you can't get into the music CIMI institution. So when I was 7, he took me over there with my sister, and I passed the test like very well because I have. Well, they found out I have a perfect pitch, oído perfecto. That's one in I don't know how many millions people, thousands people they have it. So I was like, I was accepted in my sister, and I started my music career when I was 7.5 over there. And then they asked me, what instrument do you want to play? And I said, well, I want to play the flute, because in la primaria I was taking lessons for la flauta de pico, la flauta de pan,
Mhm.
flauta
Uh-huh.
dulce.
Mhm.
And they told me, yeah, you can play the flute, but you can't play that flute. You have to choose an orchestra and a symphonic instrument. In the symphonic instruments, and you have violins, you have cello, you have contrabajo, trombone, and you have a flute. You can play the flute, but it's not gonna be the same flute. And I said, okay, it doesn't matter what kind of flute, I want to play the flute. And then I choose the flute. La flauta se llama flauta transversal, ¿verdad? De lado.
Yeah.
Y eso fue, that was when I started my music career, when I was 7.5. And I finished my career when I was 22. It was a long music career. In Mexico, it's very long. In Jalapa, it's like when you have that doctor degree in
Yeah.
Mexico, it's la más larga de todas. It's 12, I believe it's 12 years. And the music is the same. To become a concertist, it depends the instrument, but for the flute, it was 10 years. But
Wow.
I
Wow.
did 4 years in the music in El CIMI, 4 years iniciación, and then they sent me to the Facultad de Música, and I didn't make any test since I went to the CIMI before. So I was in the university when I was 13 years old.
Wow.
13 or 12 years old. I believe it was 12 years old, and I was in the university already. They asked for a special permission in the university to take me in. It was only me. It was, I believe, we were like 30 children to get started in the university cuando éramos teenagers, 12 years old, because we were taking like a special, like something, a special group of talented kids. And then I started in the university. I remember mis compañeros del salón, they used to be like 25, 30 years old, and I was 12 years old, and I already knew everything about music when I was 12. I was like super, ¿cómo se dice? So blessed to start in the CIMI
That's right.
because
Hmm.
it was crazy. I learned how to read music when I was 9 years old. I remember I was reading music faster than reading words. I was like so talented in my brain. Like I was the faster reading words in the whole CIMI. Like ta 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 ta
Yeah.
ta ta. It was crazy because everybody was like, "Wow, amazed in the university the way how we were reading music because it's not easy.
No.
To read music is seven different claves in the music.
Yeah.
Seven. It's not
Yeah.
only one. So in my music career, I learned how to read in the seven ones, and in las siete leo exactly the same fast. So I became a professional when I was 22. I was gonna become professional when I was 20, but the professors told my dad to let me stay there longer because I was too young, and they told him I was too, ¿cómo se dice? Inmaduro, unmature.
Yeah. Hmm.
Immature.
Because I was too young, 20 years to become a professional. They told my dad, no, let him stay a couple of years more so he can get like, like more. I was, because in my person, I was super, siempre he sido muy inmaduro.
Yeah.
I was super a kid. When I was 20, I was like, like I used to I used to like to go to the to play soccer, and I was like
Yeah.
jumping everywhere, roller skating in the streets, and something different. So they told my dad he needs to stay a couple of years more, and to practice more and everything. So that was my practically my whole story when I was in the music. I became professional when I was 22, and I'm 44, so that means I'm already 22 years being a professional. It's
That's amazing. Well, you're
Excellent.
excellent. You're excellent at what you do, and I listen to your music and or all the stuff that you post, and you are excellent, and your voice is amazing.
oh,
So
thank you.
you're just amazing at your craft. So I love it. I love everything for you. So you can say that you're a prodigy. I love that.
Exactly. It's such
That's
an A.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. No, no, I love music. The music is my life. When I
Hmm.
was, when I was during the career, in Mexico is very well. It's like in other countries, not in USA, but in Mexico, my family was very poor. We didn't have money.
Hmm.
So I remember one of the facts that happens in Mexico is that there's a lot of talent, but the government doesn't support you. They don't help you to buy instruments. So I remember I was gonna end my career with a $200 flute, and the professors told my dad, no, he needs a professional flute to finish the career. So I was a little like sad because we didn't have the money. So I started performing in the symphonies and making my own money. And I bought my first professional flute to finish my career. And I remember it was like 30,000 pesos in that years for a kid, 18 years old kid. It was a lot of money. It was
Oh
like buying a house, something like that.
yeah,
So I bought it on my own, and that was my first flute. And I remember I used to go to the flute contest, los concursos nacionales de flute.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And I used to be, recognized like the best flutist in the country when I was 16 years old. It was great. It was amazing for me. The music world, like performing in front, it doesn't matter. It's 1,000 people, 300 people, 20 people. It was for me, it was like adrenaline. I remember it was like feeling like, in my whole body when I used to
Yeah.
perform, like satisfaction, like cuando ellos te aplaudían, it was like, for me, it was like
Yes, yes.
emotional. And
Mhm.
I always loved to be, a performer, a concertist, a performer. And when I first came to USA San Antonio, it was 17 years ago, and I started singing. I decided to become a performer, a singer. And I I started working in places, and private gigs, private events, restaurants, bars, and I became a singer, and I hice mi propia banda. And I remember I started singing rock en español here in USA. Rock en español, Maná, Enanitos
Mm-hmm.
Verdes,
Yeah.
and then poco a poco, I decided to go to the Latin international music, since there's more Latin international crowd here
Yep.
in USA. And here I am performing salsa, like you said before. I'm a
Yeah.
salsa singer. Yeah.
Yes. Salsa is my jam. I'm a puro salsera. I love salsa music. I love anything salsa. Like when I went to San Antonio and to see Almisa and do some things, and she took me to Gloria's because I
Oh,
love Gloria's, and uh, yeah, I jammed
That
out.
was
Love
that
her.
was. Oh, I need to learn how to dance that because I love to dance, but I don't know salsa. It's just a totally different beat for me than I do the other Tejano country or bachata or whichever other ones, but not salsa for
yeah,
whatever. But it
yeah,
was lovely that
yeah.
night. The energy and the vibe. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. There's a lot of right now salsa schools in town in San Antonio. There's a lot of places where you can go and learn, and it's cheap. Sometimes it's free.
Free. Yes,
Sometimes,
yes.
yeah,
Por San
sometimes they
Antonio
do like
también.
the
Yeah.
initiation free, and
Mhm.
so you can learn and you can start vibing around because there's a big crowd. There's como que se convirtió en la moda ahorita, like
Yes.
everybody dance salsa, everybody wants to dance bachata, everybody
Uh-huh.
wants to dance cumbia,
Yes.
and that's good. I mean, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Dancing is
it's
really
my
good.
jam. Yeah, it's my jam. I'm puro salsera all the way. So when we went to Gloria's, I was dancing all night long. 'Cause I was just like, she sat there and I was dancing.
And it was cute. It's funny though because it's the type of venues that you go in. Because I'm always about my either my Miss Me jeans with my cowboy boots or my. I think I wore a dress that night with cowboy boots. So I'm always with,
Mhm.
and you know the difference in a salsera than you do your Tejano dancers. So I didn't get asked to dance because I guess they knew by what I was wearing. I didn't know how to dance anyway, so that's okay. However, I don't know if it was the demeanor or it was just maybe the way she was dressed because you were dressed all salsera.
Mhm.
And sure enough, it was her being asked, and I'm like, man, I want to know how to dance because it's so intimate and so like intimate, and it to me, it's like a sexy type. Get on the dance floor and feel yourself out. Dance it off,
It's a
basically.
very sensual dancing. It's very,
Very,
yeah.
yeah.
And in the salsa industry, like everybody, nobody is there to like get hit on or like go home.
Nomás para bailar.
Everybody's there
Sí.
to dance and
Yes,
Yes,
to dance with whoever. Like you can dance with somebody's girlfriend or you can dance with somebody's husband, and you're just there to dance and enjoy
dancing.
the music.
That's
And
how
I
I see it.
love that in the salsa scene. Like I just love it. I adore it. So yeah.
That's good.
yes, that's yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm in the other side of the stage, of the scene.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm always. It's very funny because I used to sing in Aryans. I'm sorry, I used to sing Aryans like 15 years ago. I used to sing there, and a few months ago, like 8 months ago, they called me back.
Oh,
They
nice.
asked me to sing there, and I was like, it took me like they invited me to sing there like many times. The
Yeah.
owner, que ya murió, he called me like many times asking me to sing there, but I always had my own different thing going. So I told him, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to pass at the moment. So 7 months ago, 8 months ago, they called me and I was free, and I went back over there to singing. And I remember like the first time when I started singing salsa and everything. And it's funny because I remember the way I was like always looking the people singing, and you can see all the chisme over there. It's
Yes.
funny because I'm on the stage, estoy en alto, and you can
Yeah.
see everything. So you can see the wife of that guy, she was flirting, and the other guy, and the other guy was looking at, like, oh, that's very like chismoso,
Yeah.
they're like they're dancing with other people. I was like, yeah, I guess it's the style of the dancing community to be dancing with other people.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I don't like it when I have a girlfriend, or I used to be married, and actually my ex-wife, I met her at Arjun's like
Oh,
Oh
many years
wow.
ago. Yeah.
I've never been
So
there. I'm gonna go for the free dance lessons.
yeah, and I was like, I never like it seeing her dancing with other guys while I was singing. And it's not about being celoso. It was like more like, for me, it was like for like
respect.
respect,
How ironic we are on that topic. So yes, please do explain more. It's a respect thing whenever you're with somebody, right? And it's
Yes,
just like
exactly.
you want nobody. It's not that it's celos or by no means. It's a respect thing. If you're gonna represent me, then
Exactly.
represent me 100% all the time wherever we are at. And
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong? I hope not. But some people are okay with it and some are not. I mean,
Yeah.
totally get it.
Yeah. Not I wasn't it wasn't okay with me since I'm not a dancer. I'm a singer, and she was supposed to be there to supporting me, and she was okay to not dancing with other guys, and instead, like, al menos que the guy asked me, like, for it was a couple of guys, guys around, like my respect for these guys. They walk in front of me and they said, "Hey, Mr. Otolara, is that okay if I dance? If I ask your wife to dance?" And I was like, "Oh my God, please go ahead. You have my
It's
permission, of course, because you're a
right.
gentleman, right? You're a
Right.
gentleman. You're asking me." So I was. It was like two or three guys. They used to dance with my wife, but more of them, no. I didn't like it because some of the guys, they were like trying to do something else, and I was dancing, and it was like, no, no, not feeling right, like being singing, and then having like that emotionally, like, oh, I don't like this guy insisting, like, hey, let's go dance, and they pull the lady. Some of the guys pull the ladies like
Yeah.
badly. If they don't want to dance, they insist, like, come on, come on. I was like,
On
what?
this ground.
That's crazy. But yeah, I remember Arians. I love it. I love the vibe,
The
the
vibe.
people dancing, the people having fun, enjoying. Like when it said like they love it. Las chicas como que they smile all the time. I love it. I love when they're smiling and dancing and enjoying
Enjoying themselves. Yeah.
and feeling the song, because I was asking the other day. I was asking the some of the dancers, because they approach me all the time. They talk to me and they say, "Hey, Otto, can you please sing next set? Can you please sing to me Mark Anthony? What's the song they love to dance? Tu amor me hace bien."
Mm,
And I was like, "Sure." And he was like, "Oh my God, I love to dance that song." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Yeah, I love to dance that song, especially because that makes me feel, when I'm listening of the music, it makes me use diferentes pasos
yeah,
than the other songs." And I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, is that true? I didn't know that. I didn't realize that it depends the song the guys
On how
use
you dance.
different."
Yeah, yeah,
And I didn't know that. I was like, "Oh, okay." Now I started, and that happened like, I believe it was months ago, like in Arians. I realized that, and I was like, "Oh, I started understanding the dancers,
yeah,
why they love when I sing. It's not, of course, they love the way I sing, but they love my repertoire. Les
yeah.
gusta mi repertorio. They love it. They
Ah,
told me all the time, 'Hey, Otto, we love your repertoire because you sing very peculiar songs nobody else sings.
Mm,
More like the new the bachata songs you sing. We love it because they are como se dice, the right repertoire you
yeah,
always sing for everybody, and everybody
yeah,
loves your selected songs."
yeah, for sure.
And I was like, "Wow, that means a lot to me." Like that means I have a good taste. ¿Cómo se dice? Un buen gusto,
Yeah,
good taste in repertoire and in the music, of course, because I'm a musician, I guess, a professional,
yeah,
and I like to sing. I know when a song it's good,
yeah,
like musically
yeah.
talking,
Yep.
and when the music is not very well.
Right.
So it was very interesting for me, like, and now many many people approach me and said, "Hey, which song are you gonna sing next?" And I'm like, you wanna see my set list? And they said, that will be lovely, so I can decide we
Dancer.
who I'm gonna
Yeah,
dance. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah.
wow, that's like I was like, okay, so
I
now
can
you're,
I
you're
can
making
understand
your
that.
I'm making my set, and you're making your set,
With
Of the
the
dancers.
dancers, yeah.
It's really crazy because I'm a I'm a choreographer as well. So I used to teach dance and hip hop and salsa and all that. So it is crazy and it's so true because everybody dances different. Not some people dance on one, some people dance on two, and some people dance on three. So with that said, some people dance on the first beat, some people dance on the second beat, and some people dance on the third beat. So that's how you decide on who you're going to dance with. So if somebody dances on the first beat, then they choose whatever song that they do.
Uh-huh.
So that's how they choose their partners.
oh wow, so
Mhm.
you're a professional teacher.
Yes.
You're gonna have to teach me because I'm a good dancer. I can
Okay.
dance anything, but I don't know the different styles. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
said,
yeah.
in one and two and three and four.
No, yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, some people dance on the first beat, some people dance on the second, some people dance on the third. So that's how guys like to choose their girl partners because of the beat of the song. So they'll be like, okay, she dances on one, I'm going to do it on this song. She dances on the second beat, I'm going to do it on this song. She dances on the third. And then same with bachata. Like some girls can do New York style bachata. Some girls can do Miami bachata. Some girls can do different bachata. So it just decide they decide on what bachata they want to do. Again,
Oh,
it's the same.
wow.
Hmm.
And the sensual, no? Bachata
Yes.
sensual.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
The ladies always ask me to dance bachata, and I'm like, why? And can you dance with me bachata sensual? I'm like, no, I don't know how to dance bachata sensual. It's very they have to move a lot, like
So the hips,
like
the
Yeah,
mia,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
say,
very, yeah. Bachata, I'm very like I don't like to be like all up in somebody when you're dancing bachata because it's so not unless I'm with that
With
person,
the
like
yeah.
I'm dating that person. So
yeah,
when I'm dancing bachata with somebody, I'm like separate because I don't like to be all up in
Is
somebody.
this my dance space?
Yeah,
That's
because
yeah, yeah. That's very
yeah.
like, well, yeah. I guess now I understand why they the dancers likes to go dance different places with different DJs, and
Hmm.
always with different people around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's very interesting. That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
and
it
they
is.
also have different dance groups. Like in San Antonio, they have Semanea, where they have like
Yeah.
different cliques. They have different whatever. So
Mhm.
I know the cliques. Like I know who the cliques are and who whatever. So I'm like, oh, Semanea is going to be here, or so and so clique is going to be here. So they always dance with each other, or then they'll peep out who can dance. Well, she can dance. Let me go see who she dances with, or what style she dances with. So they'll peep out who can dance and who can't
Oh
dance.
wow,
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
very
Salsa scene
that's
is crazy. Yeah.
wow. Now
Fun.
I mean, I always being like, oh my god, you guys going to dance again, like every day, everywhere. And now I understand, like it's like, of course, dancing es un arte, el arte de
Mhm, for sure.
expression. It's
Mhm,
expression. And yeah, I guess it helps you a lot to, for the stress and your mind when you
mhm.
have too much going on, and just go dance and feel
And
like a
dance it
little,
off, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exactly right.
it
like
is.
like
Yeah.
a drug. Pero ya muchos ya they use it like a addiction, no? It's addicted, like they can't stop.
No, yeah, it is. It's
It
fun, but it's just like the same for music. Like I'm a singer-songwriter as well, and I write a lot of music, and I sing at my church, and I sing as well. And so for me, that's my release. Like that like for you play the flute and you sing and whatever, so I don't know if that's a release for you, but that's a release for me. So when I'm singing and I'm writing and when I'm doing that, and that's a release. But also for me, dancing is a release, like doing salsa and stuff. I'm just like, that's my like I love it. But also my singing is just like I'm letting it all out, so I love that as well. So yeah.
Yeah, no music. Yeah, when I used to practice 10 hours daily
Oh
when I
wow.
when I was in the university, like crazy. And yeah, it is a release, like you transport yourself to another dimension completely.
totally
Mhm.
right. Yes.
Mhm.
Somebody like, I'm gonna ask you the same. You said you're a professional dancer, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you the same because somebody asked me the other day, when my friend Jonathan, Miko, he's a Puerto Rican guy, and he always admired me, like, because he always wanted to be a professional musician, but he didn't. He went to the
Mhm.
Marines, right, to the army. So he said, Otto, when do you know, cuándo, ¿cómo me preguntó? ¿Cuándo supiste que te volviste un profesional? He said. when do you know you were a professional flutist? When? And I told him, well, that's a very interesting question, but it's for me it's easy to answer. It was the day when I was practicing my flute per hours, and in that moment when you practice per hours and you forget that you are playing the instrument and yourself, they become the same one,
Mm-hmm.
like a fusion, like crazy, like you don't know, you forgot, for like completely forgot you're playing an instrument. In my case, the flute, I forgot completely. I was reading and playing per hours, and I was feeling like I was flying or dancing or moving
Right.
everywhere. It was crazy. So that day, I knew I was a professional. When you don't think, you don't have to think when you're playing the instrument. You're already a professional. When your brain and the instrument and you, it's an extension of yourself.
Right. You become one. It's a fusion. Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that in the I believe in the dancing with the dancers the same, right?
Yeah, for me, it was like it's like when I'm dancing and I'm doing choreography, it's like I could be dancing for hours and not even realize it. And then I look at the time and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been dancing for 5 hours and not even realize it because I'm so in my element that I don't even realize it. So for me, that's it. And then for me, I realize that I'm professional when I get a call and they're like, hey, we need you to go on tour. And so I'm like, okay. So then I go on tour. And so that's when I know and it solidifies in my brain that, okay, I guess I'm a professional now because I'm going on tour. So it's like stuff like that. But yeah, when I'm dancing for like hours and hours and don't even realize it because I'm so in my element and I don't look at my phone, I don't look at anything else. I'm just in my element and I'm
Zone,
just
yeah.
dancing, doing my choreography. That's when I know that, I'm a professional for sure.
Feeling the music, the vibrations,
Yeah.
the,
Yes.
like the music, los sonidos, they move you. They're different,
Yes.
different frequencies around and
Mhm.
colors and every. It's very interesting.
It
Like
is.
it's beautiful. The music, it's beautiful around. You know, it's like sharing love to others. When you're a performer, in my case, and you too, is sharing your love, sharing your good emotions, your good energy, your good vibrations to others. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the people, they don't realize that they're getting healing when they're listening certainly kind of music.
Sound waves, right?
Yeah. Years ago, a friend of mine sent me. It was very interesting. I've been looking for that. For that, what was it? It was like a video. He shared to me on Messenger, and it was about a very Harvard years ago sent. They were making some studies about music frequencies, and the title, it was "You Are What You're Listening." Tú
It's that
eres
very
lo
true.
que escuchas. And it
Yes.
was very interesting because it was a list of the top music. Y decía the number one music, it was the classical music,
Yes.
Oh
Mozart.
wow.
the
Yeah.
classical, the orchestra, because the
Yes.
because the number of different instruments, the number of different sounds around frequencies,
Vibrations. Mm-hmm.
right? Your brain. And if you like to be like in your house listening classical music while you're cooking or doing your homework, whatever, it's very
Mm-hmm.
good porque te estás estimulando. You're stimulating your brain. The number two, it was jazz. The number three was, I remember the number two, the first two, but it was very funny because the last one, it was reggaeton.
Oh wow.
It was like the last, very last in the list. It was reggaeton. They were talking about the reggaeton. If you're listening reggaeton every day, all day long, the video said, and it was Harvard. It wasn't me. They were telling, like,
These are the statistics.
yeah, the statistic, you were killing your neurons. Like listening reggaeton, you were becoming like a low, like a slow, like a verb, like babas, like something like that, like
Really?
non-cultural. Yeah, it was very like, I was surprised because in my opinion, I don't like reggaeton, music. That music I respect it, but I don't like it. But it was like, wow, like, but they were talking about if you're listening reggaeton all day long, like there's some people they like it to listening reggaeton, and they said like you're estás bloqueando your your evolution and your, I don't know, in certainly kind of way in your brain, something affected. It's not good for you because it's always the same ting, 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 the same beat all the time.
Yeah.
And if you're listening classical music, there, well, they call it classical music, but it's different, right?
Yeah.
Se, se divide en barroca, clásica, romántica, en moderna y todos los diferentes fases de la música. But if you go to the symphonies or you're listening to there's a radio station there, they play all day long classical music, and it's very interesting because they use different rhythms, different claves, different frequencies, different instruments and everything, and you're simulating yourself, and it's good for your brain because you learn more, like you open more your mind to the understanding to other stuff. They
Mhm.
say that, right? And the jazz is for the most of the people who listening jazz is because we already know what's going on in the
Yeah,
music jazz.
for sure.
Porque like some people they listen in jazz and they said what they don't understand, and it's too much for them. It's too
Yeah.
much. Not.
Yeah.
Pero you have to know. You need to have a little knowledge about music to listen in jazz. Pero
Mhm.
the classical for me is the best music you can ever listening. If you can do it 1 hour every day, I highly recommend it. The classical music, it's healing your body, healing your
Yes, I agree.
everything. If something hurts, it's funny, but it's true. Like you have something like, oh, my shoulder, I dormiste chueco, something happened in
Mhm.
your, and you're listening music, and one point you go like, you forgot forever. The pain goes
Yeah.
away, and you
Mhm.
don't understand why, but it was the music, the frequencies. They touch some nerves where you were pinching and te estabas estresando,
Yeah.
right? And you
Yes.
you just got like relax. Oh my god, that heals. It's very
It's
interesting. And
really, yeah, it is. I listen to worship music all day, pretty much. I listen to worship music, and then and then I'll switch to salsa, like old school salsa though, because I like old school salsa.
yeah,
But I'll listen to worship and salsa. Almisa listens to a lot of Tejano and country. She loves that. But yeah, I'm an old school and worship salsa, worship salsa. But yeah, those are my jams. So I'm interested to see where worship music um, it falls in on that
In
chart.
that,
I'll have
uh-huh.
to look at
I know
that.
classical music. When I was in nursing school, it would they always told us to listen to that because you obtain more knowledge and it's actually beneficial for you. And
Mhm.
even now, I love classical music because I was always in music theory, UIL music, and Sabe que winning awards, listening to
Mhm.
um, Mozart. He's one of them, and it's amazing the different types of the different instruments, but the megahertz that your mind goes into and the different types of levels. And if you notice, there's no words, it's all musica.
Yes.
So it's different vibrations, different sounds from all the instruments that opens up something
yeah,
to align to help you, learn better, obtain things better, to feel better, to heal better. It's all about the vibrations, and it's we
yeah,
to others we might sound crazy, but it's not until you meet somebody that understands the same thing, like, you know what, you understand what how it actually, it's healing. I mean, it truly is.
It is. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Grace Valdez. She says, "Hola, gorgeous ladies. I love salsa. Missy, I can teach you. Love you guys. Love you too, Miss Grace."
That's my mom.
Says, "Hello, Mercedes Renee and Valdez. David Vela is from Oakland is watching. So
Hi,
hello,
David.
everybody. Mike Lassie is watching, and TDK Del Mero Monte is watching. So thank you, everybody, for being
Nice.
on here. We love you guys so, so much.
Yes.
So I have a question. Who is one artist that you would like to collaborate with?
Who is one artist? Well, in the popular music, I would love to collaborate with Juan Luis Guerra.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
yes.
Juan Luis Guerra and ¿cómo se llama? Rubén Blades.
Ooh, I
They
like Ruben Blades.
they both went to Berkeley. They both have the doctor degrees.
Oh, wow.
Rubén Blades have a doctor degree in salsa, and Juan Luis Guerra doctor degree in bachata.
I love
So
Wow.
that.
in the whole music industry, well, that's as far as right now I know. I remember. Oh well, this kid Tony Zuka. I don't know if you heard Tony Zuka, the timbal
Mhm.
player,
Yeah,
the Peruvian guy. He has a I guess a doctor degree too. But yeah, I would love to collaborate with Juan Luis Guerra if one day happen or Mark Anthony. I love the
Oh,
Mark
yeah.
Anthony music, his orchestra, las composiciones,
Mm-hmm.
and
he's amazing.
yeah, they're both like my favorite ones. It's I I I can say it's Juan Luis Guerra and Mark Anthony.
I love that. Yeah, Mark Anthony is amazing. Like anything Mark Anthony puts out is just amazing. Even his English album was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I loved it. Like everything that he's done is just great. What is one opportunity that completely changed your music career?
The opportunity that completely changed my career. The you mean that already happened?
Yes. Hmm.
Well, I guess it was the opportunity to come to USA like years ago when I decided to come because I became a Latin international singer. I even if I didn't go to do a master degree or whatever here, for me, being on stage and start singing Latin international music and become a professional singer here, for me, it's a career. It changed forever, like my music career, because now I'm not only a professional flutist. Now I can tell a professional singer because it's been 17 years I've been singing around, and I learned how to move on the stage. I learned how to you know to become a performer, professional performer, entertainer. Yeah.
I
Nice.
love
You
that.
get to experience any of your live
Yeah.
vocals today?
Hmm.
Are you going to sing us anything today live?
Um, yeah, I can.
Put
I
him on
can,
the spot.
I can try.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Like,
Sing whatever you want.
Whatever you're good at, because,
He's good at
um,
everything. He's good at everything.
uh-huh.
I like to sing. Right now in my mind, like something Mark Anthony like I like is one of my favorite songs is la de
That's better. One of his
Hay
favorites.
una flor
Yeah, go
un
ahead.
día en el camino
Oh, it's a good one.
apareció marchita y deshojada, ya casi pálida, ahogada en un suspiro, me la llevé a mi jardín para cuidarla, aquella flor de pétalos dormidos, a la que cuido hoy con toda el alma. Recupero el color que había perdido porque encontró un cuidador que la regara. That's a beautiful song, all
I
right?
love that song.
Live on Chisme y Chords.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
Love
It is so
it.
good. That's a good
Thank
song.
you.
And on
Yeah.
on
Like
on
the
spot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I love the words, and I love the, you know, it's a beautiful song, yeah. En completo, the music, el arreglo, la letra, I love it. I would love to sing if one day, right now I'm thinking and starting singing my own music, like original. Pero the reason why I haven't is because it's very interesting in my mind, in my opinion, like a professional musician, flutist, because during my career I had to take composition, ¿verdad? Tomé composición,
Hmm.
but I was teach how to do my own compositions, but in a different kind of style of music. It
yeah,
was more in composition of music of the contemporary music, instruments, right?
yeah,
So when somebody asked me like, why you haven't done anything original, and I always said, because I don't feel like I don't have that how do you say that, I never done popular original music. I always wanted to do something very like que se haga very good professional, like if one day I'm gonna sing one original song, it have to be something, and it have to be a hit.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure. Yeah,
If one day, so one of the compositions, the music of Mark Anthony is de este señor, ¿cómo se llama? Sergio George, I believe his
yeah.
name, Sergio George. So I love the way he makes music. I love the way or Juan Luis Guerra,
Oh yeah,
like it have to be very poetical, bien poética la letra, the words,
Hmm.
the lyrics, and very like romantic, and singing to the love. If one day I'm gonna sing something, I'm gonna sing about love, about sharing love to others, and about love. I don't want to share about anything else, like like some
Negative.
other singers, they like to do de que le rompieron el corazón, de que they're
Yeah,
cheating.
yeah.
No, no, no,
yeah,
no. We're gonna sing. I'm gonna sing one day something about like Flor Pálida song, o la de Te regalo una rosa, la encontré en el camino. No sé si está desnuda o tiene un solo vestido. Si la riega el verano o se embriaga de olvido. Si alguna vez fue amada o tiene amor escondido. Ay, 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 amor. Eres la rosa que me da calor, eres el sueño de mi soledad, un letardo de luz, un eclipse de mar, vida, ay, 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 yo soy satélite y tú eres mi sol, un universo de agua mineral, un espacio de luz que solo llevas tú, ay amor. Wow, what about that lyrics? Like
Woo! I
bachata
felt that.
rosa.
Oh, I felt that.
That's my favorite bachata song. Bachata rosa, especially because lleva un solo ahí de
mhm,
un silbido, a solo. So I do the solo with my silbido, and then I do a solo with a flute. And it's like, oh my God, I feel like magic with that song.
oh, I love it.
Yeah, one definitely. One day I have to meet Juan Luis Guerra one day. Definitely, he's my one of the best composition guy in the whole music industry for me. Es él, Juan Luis Guerra, his music,
It's gonna
his
happen. It's gonna
yeah, hopefully one day. Yeah,
We're putting it in the atmosphere.
That's
We're putting it
right.
in the atmosphere. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
yes.
Okay, so we play a game called This or That, and Misa's gonna give you the rules, and then we're gonna play.
Okay.
I like the way she says, Misa's going to give you the rules. There's no wrong answers, but there's only one answer.
Okay, are
You
we
got it?
ready?
No
Okay.
wrong answers, but only one answer. Okay.
Okay.
Salsa romántica or salsa dura?
Romántica.
Yes. Timbales or congas?
Congas.
Mm-hmm. Old school salsa or new school salsa?
Oh, new school.
Oh,
New school salsa.
I like old school. Salsa with horns or heavy percussion?
With ooh, that's a
Mm,
hard question. With horns or with heavy percussions?
Pitos o
Well,
de congas.
um, I'm gonna go for the heavy percussions because I've been performing with no horns, and I do my flute with the instead the horns and the heavy percussion. We can do very good salsa.
Okay, okay. New York salsa or Miami salsa?
Uy, uh, well, I've never been in New York, and I've been in Miami, so but I think New York salsa is better. I like
Okay.
it.
Okay. Salsa in a festival or a concert?
Oh no, salsa in a concert, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Vinyl records or streaming?
Mm, I'm not sure about it. I guess it's gonna be the record.
Good, good. I like records too. Big arena or an intimate venue?
What's the first one?
A big arena, like a big arena concert or an
Oh, big
intimate.
arena or small concert? You said
Yeah, an intimate one. Yeah.
intimate. Oh no, the intimate, the small one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Collaborate with your favorite idol or your favorite producer?
No, with my favorite idol, definitely.
Okay, okay. Would you like a Grammy or a sold out tour?
Ooh.
What's the first one?
A Grammy. Would you like to win a Grammy or a
Um.
sold out tour?
Oh, it's very. Hmm. That's a good question too, because I think I think a Grammy, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Would you like to perform in the rain or perform in the heat? Which one?
Oh.
In the ring or in the heat?
Yeah,
In the heat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I would do the rain.
Me too. I know. I was thinking like I was all wet hair and dancing with the
Yeah,
music.
yeah,
I like to be like, it's better for my voice,
yeah,
the
Yes.
AC doesn't help
Yeah.
me a lot
yeah.
when I'm singing.
Okay, have your biggest fan meet you backstage or your favorite artist invite you backstage.
Ooh.
Oh, my favorite artist in the backstage,
Okay. Salsa or bachata?
salsa,
Love, would you like love or music?
Ooh.
love or music.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It's the same.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I think because you have to have love for the music.
I love the music. I mean, music. I choose music because music is love.
Okay.
Yes.
Studio or stage?
Oh, stage.
Okay. Last but not least, be remembered as a great singer or a great performer.
Being
See,
remembered as a great singer or a big performer.
Hmm.
I I think a singer.
Okay, that's good.
That was a good
Good.
question.
Thank you.
I like it. I like it. It's
We
yeah.
have to be different. We have to be different around here.
Very.
Oh, of course, definitely we're different. We're all crazy. in, in
Yeah.
one
I
point,
agree in
yeah.
our own way.
In the
Yeah.
whole, yeah,
Crazy, all we want, but as long as we ain't stupid.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
Okay. If someone discovered your music today and only remembers one thing about you and your journey, what do you want that to be?
Um, I will be like to be remembered as I guess as a great, not great, as a good um I don't know. That's okay. Repeat it again so I can.
Okay. If someone discovered your music today and only remembers one thing about you and your journey, your musical journey, what do you want that to be?
Um,
I come with the hard questions.
yeah, no, because I mean, I will be. It will be like as a great flutist. Most of the flute, it's my passion.
Sound. Hmm.
Before being a singer, I I love being a flutist. I will like to be remembered as a flutist better than a singer or a performer or wherever. It's a flutist, definitely.
Okay.
I believe I was born to play the flute. It was very interesting because not much people knows this, but nobody teach me how to play the flute. The first one, I was one day when I was like 6 years old, and I remember it was with my family in the kitchen having breakfast, and we were watching the TV. I remember we used to have the black and white TVs, like
Yeah.
the small one,
The box TV.
and we were seated, and we were watching some TV show, and in Veracruz there's a song, very popular song. It's called Carnavalito.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you know that song, right? And we were watching a TV show, and they were performing that song, and I remember I told my dad, oh, I know how to play that song, and my dad was like, what? You don't know how to play the flute. In the flute, and I said in the flute, you don't know how to play the flute. Who teach you how to play the flute? I was like, nobody. I know I can do it. And he goes like, se quedaron like that loco. I was in calzones. I remember I was like 6 years old in calzones, like having
Oh,
breakfast. And,
Spider-Man.
and I went over there because my dad, he used to have two flautas de pico que había comprado, but
Hmm.
he have it, las escondía inside his closet.
Yeah.
And I, of course, I knew everything about everywhere, right? Like a kid, you always know where's the things. Your parents, they never know how, but you always know. So I went over there, and I came back with the flute in my hands, like jumping and playing that song. And my
Wow.
dad was like, what the? And my mom, my sister, like, "Ra-ta-ta-ta-tan, ta-tan, ta-tan, tan, ta-ta-tan, ta-tan, ta-tan, tan, ta-tan, 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 tan, ta-ta-tan, ta-tan, ta-tan, tan." And my dad was like, wow, this kid is that crazy, like. Y luego me dijo, he said, hey, how do you know I had that flute over there? And I was like, well, I found it the other day, and I was trying to figure out how to play it, and I was like, wow. So that moment I knew I was born to play the flute. For some reason, somebody told me spiritually I have somebody, I don't know, I reborn, como se dice, in my
Yes,
other lives, in my
yes.
other life, So I
Reincarnated.
was I
No, no, it's God. God knows what your calling is, and
That's
that's
a
your
talent.
God-given calling. Like
yeah,
yeah, God, you know what your God-given calling is, and that's you singing and your flute, and like I know what my God-given calling is, and that's singing and writing music for others. And Almisa knows what her God-given calling is. So when you know what that is, and you're actually living that out, I mean, the sky's the limit. So I'm so
oh yeah,
proud of you and proud of what you're doing, and you're doing amazing. And I just know that the sky's the limit for you, and it's just going to keep going and keep
Elevating. Mm-hmm.
thank you.
um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm, I'm, I'm doing my best, since this is not my country. I came this country by myself. That's a funny story about myself. I used to teach in the border, and when I finished my contract over there in Matamoros, Tamaulipas, it was very dangerous with the narcos, and everybody was killing
Mm-hmm.
everybody.
yeah,
So I remember I had my visa, and I went over there, and I had my permission to come over here.
yeah.
Y me vine. I took one backpack, una maleta. I came over here with one backpack, my my two flutes, two microphones, and I remember it was like $15 or $10.
Wow.
That's it. And I left my country. Like it's been 17 years. I haven't go back. So
Wow.
I was the other day I was thinking, because I'm not a citizen here. I'm a Mexican, 100% Mexican. And this is a for me, even though there's a lot of Mexicans here, I'm by myself. I have nobody here. I have no family. I have no, people I know, they call friends. People here, it's really hard to find really good friends here in USA. But you know, um, I'm being I'm been working very hard to do what I do, and knocking doors here, knocking doors there. And a lot of people is telling me you have to leave San Antonio. Many years ago, a lot of people is telling me the same, like you're probably in the wrong place because of your talent. It had to be discovered in another level. Like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people is telling me to go to New York. A lot of people is telling me to go to LA, to
Mm-hmm.
Miami,
Yeah, yeah.
whereas the music industry is bigger, and where I'm gonna probably meet some people like Juan Luis Guerra, like Mark Anthony, like good producers. But yeah, I mean, I stay here. Like for some reason, God, you know, él, he knows. He knows
That's
what
right.
I still here. I became a Christian when like 5 years ago. I started going to church. Y me bauticé. The pastor who plays the flute, he used to be my student. He plays the flute. So I play with the worship music band over there in my church. Y bueno, for some reason I trust God in what He's doing with me, and the process. I trust in the process. I understand I'm not younger anymore. I mean, I'm 44 years old, but a lot of people is telling me, "Hey, come on, you're not old." I said, "Well, the reason why sometimes I'm feeling old is because I started when I was 6."
That's
Yeah,
exactly the
yeah,
journey.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why when I was 25, I used to feel old for the music.
yeah,
So right now I'm 44. I'm feeling like, wow, I'm getting older and older for the music industry, but it's not true, because there's a lot of artists, they started the career when they were on the 40s.
Mm-hmm. Apenas.
So if that happens for me, it's okay. If one day, like the other day, I had the opportunity to sing with the Mambo All Stars,
oh,
and
nice,
the director, he's from LA, Bobby Chavez, and he has 2 Grammy nominations, and I think he has 2 Grammy awards of composition. And he called me, and I was the singer in the concert. So that was a great opportunity for me, and he's the one who told me, hey, you should go somewhere else, because he's from LA, and he told me, if you go over there, you're gonna meet a lot of people, and you're gonna have a lot of opportunities over there. But I told him, well, there's a reason why I stay here. Maybe I don't know the reason directly, but he knows, he has the
Oh, for
reason
sure.
why I
Yeah.
stay here. And I'm gonna trust him, in the
Can
whole
do.
the whole process. I still trusting God, what he's gonna do with me. I don't know, maybe I came here to, I don't know, to learn some different stuff than I Mexico wasn't gonna teach me anymore, because when I became a professional, I was super young, and I guess I came to another country, away from my family, away from my people, for some reason. And now I'm not gonna say very mature, porque sí he madurado, but I still crazy, like we all crazy. But I'm a different person, a lot of different person than I used to be many years ago.
Yeah.
So if one day I have to leave USA, maybe I would love to go to Europe. That was my dream. When
Oh,
I started
nice.
playing the
Yeah.
flute, my dream was going to Europe, to donde nació la cultura de la
Mhm.
música, es
Yeah.
the classical music. And
Nice.
Right.
Hamburgo, Hamburgo, de donde fue Mozart, de donde fue Beethoven, de donde fue, because
Shoplin.
esas son mis raíces, the classical music, it's my real profession.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so
Yes.
proud that you're doing worship at your church. I do worship at my church. I'm a worship leader, and I love that you're a Christian. I love that you're
Yes.
doing worship music. I love that you're putting your faith in God, because God has written your story way before you were even born.
Yeah.
So He has written your story. I'm glad that you have faith in Him and that you're letting Him lead the way. So just keep listening to him and keep listening to what he's saying, and don't let other people encourage you to do something different. Just let God lead your way. We are both so proud of you and proud of what you are doing.
Oh, thank
You
you.
are so amazing. And just because you do not have family out and where you are, I don't have family where I'm at either. So I understand the difficulty. Just know that you are loved and God is walking with you. He's walking beside you. And if you never ever need anything, just reach out to
No,
us. We got you,
thank
and you are welcome here anytime.
thank
And
you.
I know we keep in contact, so just keep in contact, and we'll keep talking. And thank you so much for joining us. And,
Yes.
Oh,
we,
thank
And
you.
I'm here in San Antonio también, so feel free to
Oh,
reach out at any time. Yes.
oh,
I'm
thank
here every
you.
day. I'm
That's
here.
good to know, and I'm looking forward to see you in one of my future shows. I'll keep in touch with you, definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
please do. Yes, because I will definitely show up and be your number one fan, Otto.
yeah,
Yeah, and next, and we're gonna have to do it again, because we have too many things to talk here.
Yes, we
yes,
do.
yes,
We
yes, yes.
do.
I'll book you
Definitely.
again. Yes, I'll book you again,
We
and then I'll be
definitely.
in San Antonio next week.
Oh,
Um,
really?
Yes, I'll be there. I'll let you know for sure. And then
Yeah.
I'll
Let.
be there
Yes.
again in September. So I'll be there next week, and then I'll be there again in September. So we'll
Okay.
definitely get together for
That
sure.
sounds good.
We
Let me
will.
know, so we can meet somewhere, and we can have some fun around, and
Yeah.
Yes.
we can do a karaoke party.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. That'll be good. Yeah. We can do a duet. It'll be good.
Right
Okay.
music.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, thank you again so much for joining us. We love you
Thank
so,
you.
so much.
Thank you.
And
Love you
I'll
too.
keep it. I'll call you in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Love
you,
you so
Thank
much.
Yabby.
you.
Blessings to
Bye.
you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. He's so adorable.
Yes, his voice, the way he's, oh my gosh.
His voice is amazing.
Yes,
I love
yes.
it. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We love each and every one of you. Thank you to Alcantar Music for being our sponsor and for believing in our vision. We will see you next Monday. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Know that God is walking with you, walking beside you. Trust in His vision. Trust in everything that He is doing. Just make sure you're listening to Him. And we love each and every one of you. We'll see you next Monday.
Blessings
Bye,
to you.
guys.